Yo, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining for another episode. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. For somebody that did not want to do this, I'm on my fourth interview. Can you believe this? I was
Yeah.
so nervous and scared, and my family was like, look, you don't have nothing else to lose, child. Get it together. Get it together. So here we are, and I have been blessed to bring on Miss Kechan. Kechan, I'm saying it right, girl.
Yes.
Okay. So I have the pleasure of bringing on Miss Kechan of K&J Anderson Enterprise LLC out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so excited for you. She is going to bring some gems. She's going to teach our UTL Trucking Education Hub family about how she started in the Sprinter van space,
Yes.
why she decided Sprinter van of all the equipments that are out there, her highs and her lows. Listen, we are a family here, so we are not going to be trying to be politically correct. We're going to talk about our challenges because we want to give hope to someone out there
Yes.
that may be coming home from serving, or maybe coming home from being in prison, or maybe you just want a different change in career. And we are here to show you that we can be feminine, we can be cute, and we can be about this money too. So
Yes.
go ahead, Miss Kiki. Take it away, honey.
Okay, so I am Kiki Kechan Kenyatta. Um, my pen name is Kechan.
Okay.
I've been in the cargo van industry for the last 5 years.
Oh, wow. Already?
Dang. Yes. Maybe, you know what? Yeah, 5 years because it was
Okay.
21. So 5 years, and I have stayed in my own lane.
Okay.
Although I got into this industry because I had plenty of homeboys
Yeah.
who started their own trucking companies,
Okay.
businesses.
Okay.
And they're like, you need to get some of this transportation money. Because I'm just gonna keep it all the way honest. We come from the streets.
Okay. Come on.
These are renewed men renewed people who have changed their lives
You've
around.
given yourself to the Lord.
Yes. So they all changed their lives to transportation because it's
Okay.
a legal bag.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they like, you need to get you need to get you a semi. And I'm like, what? Like, no, I've never thought about getting no semi truck. That is big. It makes me nervous.
Right.
But I'm like,
I don't
I
even like
see it.
driving next to them.
What? I be like lane, going to the
Right.
next. But when I'm in my cargo van, I be like next to him because I be trying to be nosy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I can see him.
Right, right, right.
But I end up studying for the CDL, was really trying to get into it, and the test alone was scaring me. Air brakes and all of this stuff. I'm like, no, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. So what lane can I get in transportation and still make some money and be a part of y'all, the big boys, I guess.
Right.
So I took a dispatching course. I was
Okay.
all confused. I think I paid like, I don't even want to tell nobody what I paid for that
Please
course.
don't.
But
Don't do that. Don't do
okay,
that.
I'm not. But just
Don't do
know
it.
that I learned and I didn't use it.
Wow.
Yes, because
Wow.
I was so confused. I was like, how do you get the people? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm a Virgo, so I probably talked myself out of it before
Yeah.
I even jumped in it. But I was like, okay, this fashion ain't for me. I
Yeah.
end up seeing my home girl. Seeing her everywhere, all over the world. She taking pictures here, taking pictures there. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I used to sell TLC.
Okay.
I used to be in network marketing at the time.
Okay. That
So
look, you
she
went way back. TLC, girl. Don't say that name no more. Ooh, child. Don't say that name.
Oh yes, TLC. I was a network marketer. You couldn't
No,
tell me
ma'am.
nothing. So I used to sell her tea. And she
Okay.
was coming down to Atlanta to she said she had a route that was coming through Atlanta and she wanted me to meet up with her. And I end up seeing her van and just asking her questions about it, this, that. And she gave me as much information as she could. I
Okay.
would say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
But when I reached out to her people, he was like, well, you don't have a van yet, so call me when you get a van. I
Okay.
was like,
Okay. Say
okay.
less. Say less.
So exactly. And I'm gonna tell you how God worked. That was probably like a year and a half before I even got my van. I
Okay.
just knew I wanted to be in transportation in some type of way. I
Okay.
didn't know that the van was going to be the way.
Okay.
Um, like I said, the man said you don't have a van, so it's like really nothing I can do with you. And I think a year later, I think we got shut down from COVID. And basically, honestly, I was bartending. So the service industry stopped because people couldn't come out.
Right.
And
Right.
I
Yeah.
was just looking for a way, praying
Yeah.
for a way to keep food on my table for
Right.
my
Right.
kids.
Right.
And the van ended up coming through. I was going out of town though for my birthday.
Mhm.
And I was like, God, if it's meant, then
Yeah.
let me get the van and I'll figure it out.
Right.
I'm
Right.
following the people on YouTube. I'm doing the things that we do. Follow
Yeah.
the YouTube people.
Yeah.
Follow TikTok wasn't a big thing for me at that time. It was more of a dance thing. So I
Right.
really wasn't like really on TikTok.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Um, Facebook, that's your family and friends. Like,
Right.
nobody was talking about cargo vans.
Right.
Instagram, I was lost. It was a lot of coaches on Instagram that was charging a lot that I couldn't
Yeah.
afford. So
Yes.
I was just like trying to watch all they little free stuff,
Right. 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 Piece it together, baby. Piece it together.
piece it together. But I was like, God, if it's meant,
That's
let it
right.
happen.
That's right.
And I end up going to I remember this lady. Let me go back. I remembered I had met this lady at the nail shop on the west side of Atlanta. And
Okay.
and that's why I used to go get my nails because I was new here. I'm from Nashville. But
Okay.
I remember the lady used to be in a van. And I was like, just let me ride through here. Let me go over here and see because this lady seemed like she was a faithful customer to this nail shop.
Okay.
End up going over there and I was like, I end up seeing her and I was like, I seen you in here a year ago.
Mhm.
And me and her always had like a good chemistry, look good talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I was like, where did you get your van?
Mhm.
And she told me where to go. She told me who to ask for.
Okay.
And I end up going to Jackson, Georgia, and I end up who she told me to ask for, he wasn't available. It
Mhm.
was another man available. So I end up talking to him. He told me to come down. Of course, they don't want to talk on the phone. They want you to come down so they
Of
can
course. Of
sign
course.
your life away.
Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Your firstborn child, your blood type, Yeah. 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 I get you.
And I end up going down and getting the van. At the time, Amazon had ordered like hundreds and hundreds of vans. It was literally no vans
Oh
left.
no.
Like my van was stuck at the port.
Oh no.
Yes, that's when the port was shut. It was bad. It was like so many obstacles, but it
Yeah.
was working itself out.
Yes. Yes.
And being that, and I like to mention TLC because TLC changed my mindset a lot. So
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
learned that just because it's not happening at this time doesn't mean it's not meant for
Right.
you.
That's
It-
right.
you got to trust the process
That's
and you
right.
got to, trust the
Yeah.
journey and
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's kind of how it went. Like it was like every puzzle piece was just falling into place one by
Right.
one by one by one.
That's right.
But I still did not know what I was going to do with this van.
Right.
I was going to get some money in this van. I didn't know nothing. I just asked God, if it's meant, let me be able to at least get the van and we'll
Yes.
figure out the rest.
Yes. Yes.
So that's a little bit
Wow.
about how I got into it. I don't know if that's what you wanted me to start.
Oh, listen, you went over and beyond as
Okay.
you do with your services, right?
Okay.
Over and
Okay.
beyond. So let's talk a little bit about you personally, and then we'll gravitate into the actual business. So, you mentioned your journey from being a teen mom and dealing with domestic violence, and then you know your bid that you did. Talk a little bit about that because again, our audience is a mixed audience, but we cater to our reentry people because We need them to understand this is a felony friendly environment. It's definitely that same hustle you had and that grind you had and that razor focus you had in the streets. You can apply that into this same space, whether it's cargo van, whether it's sprinter, whether it's box, whether it's semi. You could put that same energy into this and you can make good money. And you don't have to worry about nobody doing no credit check, no background check on you. You could be your own boss, right? So I want you to talk a little bit about that, and then let's get into, how you became the queen that you are of Sprinter vans.
Thank you, thank you. So, pretty much like you said, I was a teen mom. I had my son at 16. My first son at 16. I was just disobedient. I'm just gonna say that. My dad was a preacher, and baby, I was outside. Everything if he told me to go right, I went left just because. Why I gotta go right, you know? So yes,
That don't even sound like fun. Why I gotta go over there?
so I became a teen mom really, really early. I ended up finishing school. I had my second son by the time I was 21.
Okay.
Once again, I was still just outside doing
Outside.
I was a mess. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that. My daddy is so proud of me today. But I was a whole mess. My daddy raised me. Um,
Okay.
but then I would say I got into doughboys. I was enthused by them. I liked it. I liked the money.
Right.
I wanted a doughboy, and that's all I wanted.
Right.
That's
Right.
just how it was back in the day.
Yeah. 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 I understand. I understand.
So I like I said, I was a wild child. I really, really was. I was my mama and my daddy's baby. So I was super spoiled,
Yeah.
super used to having my way. And you can tell me no. Like
Yeah.
I to this day, I wish that I had that discipline, because discipline goes a long way. When
Yes.
if you got it, hey, it's in you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
it can be retaught, but
Yeah.
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 But I got into messing with, like I said, dope boys, and I ended up in a abusive relationship. Um how I got there, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I stayed at least 4 years. I did.
Wow.
And when I got delivered from it, and I say delivered because I literally prayed my way out of it.
Oh,
Like
wow.
literally, God, take me or take him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And God end up taking him, not like killing, like not dying. He ended up getting locked up on an old child support case that came out of nowhere. But
Wow.
I knew that it was God saving me.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So I got away from him. I ended up with my last baby daddy, and
Yeah.
we was together a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Once again, I told you I like the doughboys. He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
doughboy too.
Yeah.
And we end up catching a case together.
Oh, wow.
Um, we end up catching a drug case. I
Mhm.
became a convicted drug felon at the age of 28. I was sentenced to 8 years. No, what was it? I was sentenced, it was so long ago. I was sentenced to 8 years, and I had to do 3 years of probation
Mhm.
because, of course, I'm not the drug dealer. He the drug dealer.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
I was the I ride with my daddy.
Right. 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 Right.
So they really didn't want me,
Yeah.
honestly. They wanted him. So
Yeah.
he served time, and I was able to get out on probation. But during this time I got out, I started a nonprofit. I um I started a nonprofit. I was changing my life. I got into school. Like I just did a total 360, because I'm
Right.
just like, when the people come in your house and your kids have to see that,
Right.
it's no way to explain to your children, that,
Right.
hey, I may have to go lay down for
Yeah.
this
Yeah. Yeah.
because this is the life that I chose.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I decided that I needed to do a 360 and really
Yeah.
change my life, and really basically I started telling my story, just helping other women who
Mhm.
may have been in domestic violence
Yeah.
and may have been convicted drug felon,
Yeah.
all of this and all of that. But after my baby daddy got out, we kind of split apart because, of course, he didn't want that life no more. I
Yeah.
kind of was changing, but I was young and I was just not used to, I guess, a working man. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, is this the life? So I don't know.
I'm
That's
bored.
bad.
I'm bored. I don't like this.
We end up breaking up and he got with somebody else and I moved to Atlanta because I didn't
Yeah.
want to see it. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
first time ever saying this out loud.
Oh,
But
what?
I moved to Atlanta because I didn't want to see him with nobody else because I
I
ain't know
know
I was
that's
gonna act.
right.
And I
That's
was
all
still
right.
on their papers.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. You got to do what you got to do to make it do what it do.
And
Yeah.
I
So,
did. I was
hey,
like,
I
I'm out.
commend you. I commend you because you could have stayed there and then the devil been whispering in your ear and had you catch another case. So, hey, you did your thing, sis. Clock that, clock that, clock that.
So I ended up in Atlanta and y'all, like, Atlanta grew me up.
Okay.
I have to say that. Like, they be like, you ain't from here. You flew here. I
Yeah.
flew here and I grew up.
Yeah.
In another city, you don't got your support. You
That's
don't
right.
got mama to come get the kids, sister to babysit. You got you and you learning how to
Yes, ma'am.
for me, it was learning how to become a mother
Yes.
and it was learning how to become independent.
Yes.
And it was learning that my friends not around me, my support not around me. It's just me in Atlanta, just trying to learn my way.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
the people here, they gravitated towards it. Like, you ain't from here. Oh, it was like they loved it. Like, oh, I'm finna show you this, how to do this,
Yeah.
how to work here, here, here. So Atlanta, I already had the hustle in me,
Yeah.
but Atlanta, oh, they hustles.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
gets to
oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. For sure. I have that same testimony that, I'm gonna jump bad and similar situation, broke up with my baby daddy and then I'm like, listen, I'm gonna just do over. You remember Etch a Sketch? You remember the little Etch a Sketch? I said, I'm gonna just Etch a Sketch my life. I'm gonna just start over. Let me try this thing over again because I didn't get this right. So I totally agree with you. Like I was there with 3 small kids by myself. Family was like, you must be on some type of something to just up and leave. But I was just desperate, But the funny thing and what I love about what you were saying is that, even with the challenges, the peaks and the valleys, it was still God's hand on your life,
Yes,
and I applaud you for being obedient because had you, not listened,
yes,
there's no telling what the enemy may have caused you to, influence you to do.
yes,
So I applaud you for making those decisions and saying, listen, I'm not that, that was something I did. That's not who I am. And again, I like to reference that, hey, you made a mistake. I made a mistake. I wait until I get in my late 40s. And it's like, and it's time to do something new. Satan said, well, come on over here. I got something for you, sis. You talking about you want to help the reentry community? Well, let me really help you. First, you go experience it. I said, who, me? What you mean? He said, no, you got to go sit down for a minute. What you mean? So, you know the people money that you got? You weren't supposed to get all that money? Oh, okay. Well, they want it back. I said, huh? What you mean you want it back? They said, oh, we need that back. I said, I ain't got it. They said, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to give you a vacation. The Club Federal.
woo.
Club Federal for 6 months. Think about it. Think about it. I said, oh, we're not in Kansas, Toto. This is not it. It's not it. So I totally get it. Like, even with that, God really just, and I know some people will say, oh, how you gonna bring God into this? You should have known better. Listen. Listen. When he has his hand over your life and he see you getting, he just like any loving parent, he will tap that Heineken. And that's what he did. And anybody that know me, I got a lot of Heineken. Okay. And we tapped it real good for 6 months. Tapped it, But I came out, I've been home since January. I got out in January. And thank you, sis. Thank you. So I've been back since January and I took off full force. Because when you're in there, you ain't got nothing but time and you can't do nothing but hear him, So
Yes.
he gave me the whole plan and I've been off and running since, and I share that because the enemy wants you to hide behind your mistakes, but
Woo!
God has never left me. He has never, even with my poor choosing, because see, that's where the enemy will trick you up and to have you believe that, oh, God walked away. God will never walk away, but he will back up. He'll back up a little bit like, oh, okay, I'm trying to block you, because he was trying to block me from what I was doing. He was blocking me left and right, but I got all this forehead, baby. I go head first every time, head first. He said, okay, well, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do that. But even in that, he was still right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it grew my passion even more. And now having experienced it myself, I really understand how the barriers and when you come home, how your family, will disappear and how friends that you thought you find out that you was a friend to them and you was an acquaintance to them. You know what I'm saying? They was a friend to you, but you was an acquaintance to them. How people don't check on your family, they don't check on your kids, but when I was up and I had everybody, you know what I'm saying? But when I was down, I had him, which is equal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can have a smile on my face, started from ground zero at 50. Oh, ground zero at 50. You know what I'm saying? But I got joy in my heart, this podcast, and for the people that have come on and they share this. I mean, these are people that regular people don't tap into them, and they're like, T, I got you, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you need
whatever you need, because there are more people than none that have gone and are good people and they just want an opportunity. That's why I teach the freight dispatching, because it's an opportunity for you to make good money if you have the real tools, the real, resources, not a $49.95 PDF, and then you got to figure it out,
Right.
But that leads me into the next segment of you talking about you took your hustle, you didn't give up, you were very determined, you took ownership. The world is not against you. Some of us just really make it about what everybody's doing to you and not what you did to yourself. It was I could not go in there and say, oh, she tricked me. She did. The person that, encouraged that behavior, she knew what she was doing and how far she was taking it. I didn't, but I knew it was wrong. So I'm equally as responsible. You know what I'm saying? So don't go in there, men and women that may watch this, you came home and you got an attitude with the whole world, but ultimately it was your decision. You decided to get in that car, or you decided to go out that one last time when something in it, that something is the Holy Spirit. Right? Even if you're not saved, even if you're not walking with Christ, you still have, because his spirit rests on the saved and unsaved. So he'll nudge you, and most of y'all nudging back like, I got this. Then you shocked when you get what you got, How'd I get here? You know how you got here,
right.
That's how you got here. You made a right, but you should have made a left. That's how you got there, right? So I say this jokingly, and I love your energy, man. I knew we was gonna have a good time. I told you that when I reached. I was like, oh, so fun. But I love your energy because people need to understand that there is hope, and not to just be stuck at the end of that tunnel. You know what I'm saying? You can make the decision to stay there at that wall, or you can take determination, you can take that hunger, you can take that fear and use it as a chisel to break through, because on the other side is so much more, and nothing worth having is simple. That's why I get frustrated. People is like, oh, I learned dispatching and now I'm jumping out. When did you learn it? Oh, yesterday. What do you mean? What do you mean you learned it yesterday and it's not working? It is I don't care how long you've been in this industry. Trucking is continuously changing, continuously. So you have to invest in a mentor or some type of that you've researched. And that's what you said. I love that you said that earlier, that you did your own research and you were bold enough to reach out and ask for help. So
Yeah.
I want you to talk a little bit more about your community that you created. You said you had a lot of friends that were already in trucking and they encouraged you to get in that space, and just share a little bit more about why you chose to stay in the lane of Sprinter, because you could have upgraded to box or semi,
Yeah.
but why you chose to stay in Sprinter, and then just share some things that you wish someone would have shared with you starting off.
Okay. So definitely, I'm glad you even brung it up like that, because that's what I've been trying to teach now,
Yeah.
is how to avoid the mistakes that I made in the
Right.
beginning.
Yeah.
So, like I said, all of my homeboys, they were into semi trucking.
Yeah.
So when they set up, when they gave me the contact, a young lady, well, not a young lady, an older lady, in Nashville sets up everybody's trucking business. She
Mhm.
does all of the compliance. She does all of that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
they connected me with her. Of course, she charged me
Right. Right.
a
Right. Right.
extra, probably an extra $400 to
What?
even set it up. Me not knowing, I'm
What?
not knowing none of this. Yes, she set me up, but she set me up like a semi truck, because once again, cargo
Oh,
vans was not the thing. This
yeah.
was like the little bit after COVID, cargo
Yeah.
vans, like people was in semi trucks, box trucks. They used to look
Right.
at
Right.
cargo
Right.
vans like, baby, we ain't, what is that little
You're
van?
right. You can't put nothing in there.
You can't put nothing in there. You can't move nothing. So
Exactly.
cargo vans was not the it thing.
Right.
And so she set me up. She set up my DOT, my
Mhm.
MC, my BOC. She set up all of my stuff, and like I said, she charged me probably an extra $400. So after everything, it was probably like $1,000 something just for her to set me up, not
Mhm.
even knowing that I had to sit for 30 days because
Right.
everything is new. No, dispatchers don't want to. Well, dispatchers wasn't even looking at cargo vans,
No.
because once again, it's no money.
Yeah.
It's
No
like,
money. Yeah.
what we gonna do with you? Boo,
Yeah.
you let you go to Alabama and make
Yeah.
$200? Like, they weren't looking at us. So
Yeah.
like I said, the lady, she set me up. Not, she set me up correctly,
Yeah.
no lie.
Yeah.
But just a lot of things, I didn't need an MC, because
Yes.
although I did want to go, I did want to go OTR, I did want to go over the road.
Mhm.
Who gonna dispatch me over the road
Yeah.
with no, with a brand new MC?
Yeah.
No, it's like they the brokers, they don't know who I am. They don't know, that lane.
You're
But
right. Right.
anyway, they did, like, I couldn't really get work. I end up working with a couple of quote unquote dispatchers who had, I guess they was like, I would say the name Fox Carriers. I worked with them, but there are a bunch of dispatchers who are bidding on loads, so they got to get their cut, then they're trying to give you a cut, and it's just like no money. It's like
Right.
you may be driving, I probably was doing 75 cents a mile,
Wow.
so I'm not making no money, but I'm brand
Wow.
new in this industry.
Yeah.
So I paid for that. I also had to pay for my insurance up front, so I had got
Woo.
$1 million policy.
Girl,
million
you make
dollar
me want to
policy,
cry when I think about that insurance. Golly. Woo, that insurance is
1,900 a
expensive.
month. $1,900 a month. I think I had to put like 5,000 down. No, not 5,000 down. And not that much, but I did have to put like 2,000 down just to get it started. It was just like I literally lost almost like $10,000 before I even was running, before I even was making money in the cargo van industry. And once again, like I said, all my homeboys, they in trucking. Like they don't know to ask they brokers, do they run cargo vans or do they have lanes for cargo vans? So me not knowing, they not knowing, ain't nobody knowing nothing. I'm just losing money. And I don't know. I end up at the time it was a different app that was out and everybody was on this app talking. And I cannot, is it the dollhouse? What it was called? Something. Excuse me. I'm in the interview. It was called some type of app. Excuse me, I apologize, y'all.
You good.
Um,
This is look, we family, honey.
okay.
We family. Don't do that.
Okay.
We not
Okay.
scripted. We not scripted. This is live, baby. This is
Okay. So this app, I end up getting on this app listening to a lot of different people in transportation. Once again, nobody's really talking about the cargo vans, but I'm for some reason I love education. I love knowledge. I love to know. I'm just noses. I don't know what. So I love to know, especially when it comes to business. I want to know everything. So I end up getting on the lives, just listening and tuning in, and I end up meeting this amazing woman who connected me with a mentor. However, the mentor was for trucks, not cargo vans. But I still got on the line with the lady, and she just asked me one question. She was like, "Have you prayed over your van?"
ooh,
And I said, "You know what? I prayed over my business." She said, "No, I'm talking about have you got inside that van and actually prayed?" And I was like, you know what? No, I have not. She
yeah.
said, when we get off this phone, I need you to go pray inside that van. Ask God what you want, what you need, and I'm leaving it at that. And I did exactly that. And the next day, and I wouldn't say that it came immediately, but
Yeah.
I started getting on Indeed and searching independent contractor cargo van, independent contractor cargo van. And I started finding all of these different people who had contracts here in Atlanta who were looking for independent contractors like myself. And I end up linking up with this company that I'm still with after all of these years. Um,
Wow.
and they was just getting started basically. So basically the guy, oh, so let me tell you what it is. I deliver wholesale auto parts for Toyota.
Okay.
And this is not going to like mom and pop shops. This is going to collision centers. This is going to like you could be a mom and pop shop, but you probably got like
Right,
clientele.
right, right.
So it's like that. And I end up getting with them. And when I first started with them, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know nothing. I told the man, run me the play. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you how I went to the interview.
She's gonna
This
run me the
how
play. I got my pen and
serious
paper.
I
Let's
am
go.
about this. I went to the interview in a dango, and I'm a big girl. I went
Yeah.
to the interview in a dango tank top, some cargo pants. And when I walked in there, but that man, he looked at me like, Lord, but he loved my personality. He loved everything about me. And he was like, I don't have a rap like a daily rap for you right now. But
Right,
if you stick with me, I got you.
right.
And he pretty much put me like as a fill-in driver because
Okay.
he already had drivers. And I ran a fill-in driver for like maybe 2 to 3 months. And just so happened this man wrecked his van 2 times and he was like he done. And
Mm.
I end up getting his route. But
Wow.
I lost way more money in the beginning than I gained.
Yeah.
I will tell you
Yeah.
that. I will tell you that. So,
Well,
mhm.
yeah. That look, I knew you need see we in tune. I knew you need to sip. So I jumped in there real quick, sis. I got you. I got you. We on the same page, baby. I got you.
Thank you.
Well, that is an amazing story. And I'm glad that you illustrate the reality behind the hearsay business models. And that's what I'm seeing in this industry is a lot of individuals are jumping head first in based off of what they homeboy or homegirls is telling them, right? And the sad part about it is either you're not listening to all of what they're saying and you're just seeing the glorified side, which is the money, or your homeboy or homegirl or, YouTube University or whomever individuals that are on there that are giving just the glorified piece. You're not understanding that if you don't have the discipline, for one, the discipline to know that you just made $10,000, but that $10,000 is not your money. That $10,000 goes to right back into the bank account for your overhead, right?
Yeah.
That you've never had that. Let's be real. Some of us have never had that type of money at one time, even income tax. We've never had that type of money and consistently see that weekly.
Yes.
It will lead you to believe that you made it.
Yes.
No, because your operational costs could have been $9,999 for that week.
You gotta pay it.
You didn't have 4 blowouts, a gasket then blew. You gotta pay the driver, you got insurance, child. That let's be real. So let's talk about some numbers. If you had to estimate in the beginning, how much did you had to fork out before you actually, and how long it took you before you could actually see a profit?
Ooh. So the beginning, before I knew I didn't need my MC and all of that, I know I forked out at least probably like 5,000 to 6,000 a month. And that's before me even seeing nothing, before me even knowing what I was doing. My insurance was 19 a month. My van note was 900 a month because I financed my van. Yeah. That ain't even gas. That ain't
No,
maintenance. That's like that ain't food. Me trying
right,
to eat. So
right.
yeah, I was forking out a lot. And that I may be over saying, but it was a lot that I was not used to ever
Yeah,
having to pay that much
yeah,
to nothing,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah. And so how long did it take for you to before from start until you start actually seeing a profit when you can say that you honestly started to get a hang of things and understand what was a true profit and what was, because I think a lot of people get steer away from understanding why you need to have a business plan, because a business plan will help you to understand what you truly need and what you don't need, because you're going to hear everyone, even though you may have the exact same Sprinter van, people are going to have different costs
Yes.
because of what they choose to have, what they're choosing to look to run, where they're running. All of those are factors that you have to consider. But I think people are not understanding that you see the money coming in, but you have to understand the discipline piece of it and putting some away for the next
Rainy
time. Not
days.
if it's
Yeah.
gonna happen, it's the next time. You're gonna have blowouts. You're going to have what I'm trying to say, belts to pop while you're on the
Yeah.
road. You're going, it's not a matter of, will it happen? It's when it's going to happen,
Yes.
right?
And I will say that maybe about a year and a half, I was actually able to see money. I end up talking
That's
to
fairly quick. That's fairly
yes,
quick because normally
and
they
I'm gonna
say
tell you,
5 years.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because that insurance was killing my profit. I
Yeah,
didn't I didn't need that insurance. I
right.
didn't need $1 million policy to go local.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
I didn't know that at first. But I was still paying it at first.
Okay.
And this man, and I end up talking to one of the guys that did a route with me, and he was like, well, his insurance was like 100 something. And I'm like, the heck kind of insurance? Who are your insurance people? And he told me his people.
Hmm.
I reached out to them,
Hmm.
and I don't know what we discussed, but it was the reason that I didn't go with them because I ended up talking to another guy,
Okay.
and he ended up telling me, like, no, baby girl, number one, you need to be earning more. You have a high roof van.
Okay.
Because I have a high roof van. So he was like, you need to tell your contractor that you need more money.
Mm.
So that's
Okay.
one way that I was able to scale up. Another thing, he was like, what else? How much is your insurance? And when I told him, he was like, why do you have $1 million policy and you're local?
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
was like, don't the guy that you're contracted with cover your cargo? And I said, yeah, he told me that he had insurance too, but I'm not understanding like what he said told
Right.
me that for.
Right. Yeah.
But the whole time is that the company, they require him because he holds the contract
Right.
to have cargo insurance. I only need state required.
Right.
Because that's the
Right.
thing with a cargo van. We can pretty much ride up under the radar. Unless you posting your DOT numbers and all of that on the outside, the Department of Transport, DOT, they not looking for us. Like they like box trucks, semis, yeah. But a cargo van, no. Like, what are you carrying? A mattress?
Right.
Like, it's and
A
shout out to my
mattress,
cargo van
some
family. I'm not
boxes.
doubting us. I'm not doubting us. Cause
Right. Right.
we the now. But
Right.
but we can ride up under the radar. Cause when I
Yeah.
see people, I just be like, Lord, I know their insurance high. I be happy because my insurance ain't high no more. So I
Right.
was able to let go of that insurance. I
Okay.
eventually, when I let go of that insurance, I also had to let go of my MC.
Okay.
Because I was not going OTR anymore. Well, I only
Yeah.
went OTR even when I had it. I only went like 2 times.
Right.
So
Right.
I was just having it for no reason.
Yeah.
So that took like a big burden off my back. Cause like I said, that $1,900, I wasn't even making that. I literally was working
Wow.
multiple jobs just to pay that insurance on the van. That's not
Wow.
even my car note, none of that. That's the van. And then the van note is 900.
Wow.
So that's another way I
Whew.
was able to, and like I said, just getting knowledge from other people in the
Yeah.
industry. He like, no, baby, that cargo van should at least be bringing you $2,000 a week because you have
Wow.
a high roof. So quit letting him play with you. And
Right.
so that's what I was able to like negotiate my rates with him. And I learned about contract stacking. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I know my route now. I know that I could be done by 2 o'clock. I can give me another contract that's from maybe 3 or 4 to
Yeah.
another time. So
Got it.
that's another way I was able to, scale my business and make more money and keep more money. But
Yeah.
the discipline is very important because first,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I am not. I told y'all from the beginning I was not disciplined. My daddy did not whip my butt enough to discipline me for nothing. So I was, baby, I thought I was rich, like you said. I ain't never seen that much money legally. I thought I was in the money.
Yeah.
But no, you need a account that just hold the money because
Right.
like you said, blowouts gonna happen. I that's another thing. We can talk. I don't know if you want to talk about that now, but
Go ahead.
hiring drivers. You
Go ahead.
think somebody is dedicated to your business more than you? You a lie. Ain't nobody dedicated to your business but you, baby. They in this
Right.
for a paycheck.
Yes.
So my van was wrecked twice.
Uh-uh.
So yeah, you need that little egg, that not. I guess people don't like to call it for a rainy day, but
Hmm.
you literally need to at least have 10,000 put up just for
Yeah.
things that are gonna happen out of nowhere.
That's right. Out of nowhere. When everything is smooth, everything's you just know it. That's around the corner. It's
It,
coming. It ain't
it's a
showed up yet. It's coming.
it's coming.
Yes, it's a coming. It's a coming. So um so I want you to talk a little bit. I love what you just said. You said contract stacking.
Mhm.
Elaborate on that a little bit more. I don't think people really understand because, and before you go into it, I always preach how, even as a dispatcher, if you're
Mhm.
running your business solely off the load board, like you don't have any contracts, you don't have any relationships in the industry, and you're only running your business off the load board, I'm not going to say that it's absolutely not going to work, but you're going to take longer to scale and to see your true profit. You have to combine industry relationships and be able to use tools, multiple load boards, not just one, multiple, right?
Yes.
Um, and but where you're going to really see the profit and scale your business, whether you're the owner operator or you're the dispatcher or the broker, is industry relationships, is being able to call someone and say, hey, I have a truck in this area. Do you need some help? Like you said earlier, that's how you wind up landing your contract. Is someone, he just said, I was done with this,
Yes.
but because you have been staying relevant, you had been staying in contact. A lot of people get frustrated. You can't get frustrated in this industry. You can't get mad because they said no today. You like, I'll F them. Because it's no today and tomorrow is like, please, literally.
Yeah.
It's no
Yes.
today, we don't need no help. And tomorrow is, oh my God, someone just quit or their truck broke down. We gotta get this load, it's urgent. You know what I'm saying? So speak a little bit about that.
Okay. I'm glad you even spoke on that. I would like to say, number one in this industry, contracts rule, networking rules, relationships rule.
Right.
Those three. I tell my people, apps is to get you from here to there.
Right.
But relationships, networking, and contracts.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm glad that you even said even about how the industry could turn.
Yeah.
That contract, that first contract that I told you I had, we was with them, with those people. We was with Kia. Kia, all of, let me just tell you about the auto
Oh,
parts
here come
industry
here
a
come the
little bit.
gym. Y'all better get your pen and paper. Here come the gym.
Here
I'm
come the
giving the
gym.
gym.
If you have a car, any kind of car,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you get it from, Kia, Ford, Chevy, wherever you get it from, Range Rover, Jaguar, BMW, they all sell parts wholesale. You wreck your car, they're going to tell you can wreck your hood. They're going to tell, if you come in there and want to pay out of pocket, they're going to tell you 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to tell your insurance 2,000. They're going to buy it wholesale for 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to deliver it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with this industry, the Kia, well, it's called Sons here. They decided they did not want to. They brung a CEO who had never did this thing out of another state, brung him down. He decided he did not want. He only wanted in-house drivers.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us a week notice
Wow.
before Christmas.
No.
A week notice before Christmas that they were going in-house. They were not using independent contractors no more. That's how fast this industry can change.
Oh
But
my God.
because of the contracts, the networking, the relationships that I had built,
Yeah.
I talked to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get numbers. I
Yeah.
talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I'm nosy. I don't even
Right.
want to call it nosy no more. I just, when it comes to business and information, I
Yeah.
want it. Give it to me.
That's
I
right.
want it.
That's right.
And because I had built these relationships, I was able to have a contract.
Mm-hmm.
I went out of town for New Year's. Our contract was over right before Christmas. I
Mm-hmm.
went out of town. I have another business, but we do that business around Christmas. But I went out of town for New Year's and went to sleep in Houston for a week. Went to
Mm-hmm.
sleep because
Mm-hmm.
I hustled so hard all year. I went to sleep because I was able to go to sleep because I had secured a contract,
That's
another
right.
contract,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I knew it started in January.
Right.
But I like to say that because I think a lot of people get into this industry, and I love it's a lot of coaches online. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not down in nobody.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. But I think people have to realize that these are content creators. They are here to create content. Not saying that they never did this,
Yes.
but remember that they're content creators. They're creating content. Build relationships,
That's right.
network,
That's
talk to
right.
people. Like I said, I keep it real. I
Yeah.
like to keep it real with people. I know people look like they making millions and millions and millions of dollars, but number one, my industry, we're in a cargo van.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't making millions just yet. Now, if they making millions, they have a fleet of
Yes. Yes.
cargo vans.
Yes.
They have a fleet.
Yes.
Me, I'm a one. I got one
Yeah.
van.
Right.
I don't have multiple vans, but I don't had multiple drivers.
Yeah.
And like I say, people don't take care of your business like you do. And so what I was saying, contracts, networking, relationships
Yep.
is going to take you further than anything in this business.
That's right.
Cargo vans is really, I mean, I know people who use the load board for cargo vans,
Mhm.
but for us, contracts.
Yeah.
Contracts, build relationships. Like I said, I was able to go to sleep in at the end of December, knew I didn't have nothing else going. And in January, I knew January 1st, I knew that I had a low, I had a new route. And I was able to do that route. And it's like, you know what? God is so good that every step of this industry for me has been a step up. But I also feel like I have put in the damn work. So,
And there
like
you have it.
now,
And there you have it.
my route is started 8. I'm done by the latest 2 o'clock. So, that's what you asked me to talk about, stacking contracts. So, when I say stacking contracts, I mean that if I know my route is done by 2 o'clock, I am able to get another contract. So I used to do US Pet too. So what I would do was when I was done with my route, my wholesale auto part route, I would do US Pack. That was delivering pharmaceuticals to nursing homes and things like that. But it was a way for me to make sure that I'm meeting my quota every day. And I was able to do that in my car. So I was able to stack contracts. So that's what I mean by stacking contracts. Now, if you got a contract and you don't know what time your first contract gonna be done, don't try to get into stacking no contracts, because one thing people don't play about in this industry is time. Time is money. Time is money for the broker. Time is money for the person who own the contract. Time is money for the company. Time is money for your business. Time is money. Like people do not play with time. Like some people, like in semi trucks, they'll reject your load if you a minute late.
And you know this.
So so if you're able to set contracts, I even tell my people, like, even if you don't have another contract, secure one contract and maybe do apps to make sure that you're meeting the quota that's going to make you a profit
That's
each
right.
day.
That's right. That's right. I love
Because
that. I love that because you have a lot of content creators, self-proclaimed gurus that will tell you, and I said this in my last interview, if anyone starts a conversation with all you got to do, run. Because that's not all you got to do. If that's all you had to do, we all wouldn't be out here doing it. We just would have did all you had to do, and we all would have been successful, right? That's not all you have to do. I love, I love how you talked about content contract stacking and being able to leverage the apps in between.
Mhm.
But most importantly, something that you spoke about, and I want you to elaborate about how did you get to that and what exactly is your number, if you don't mind sharing. But understanding what your quota is, because you mentioned, you work your contract from 8 to 2, and then you pick up something between, of course, you want to give yourself travel time. You pick up something maybe for, the 6 or something like that. But if you could just explain that thought process and how did you get to what your number is for your business so you can know what your quota is.
Okay, so for me, my goal is to make at least $500 a day. So I make so much in my van, and then I do other things. Whether it's in my van, whether it's in my car, I bartend. I got two other businesses. So something to make sure that I make $500 a day. And so for the expenses for my van, I add up my van note. Because I'm still financing. I'm still paying van note. So I add up my van note, I add up my insurance. And the egg we was talking about, I like to put at least $100 a week in that egg. Whether I need it or not, you just need that. Like last week, I just was the last my daughter graduated the week before last. I just a flat tire. A driver was driving because I was at my daughter graduation and had caught a flat, and the company wouldn't even put the spare back up under the van. So I had to go get a whole nother van, a whole nother tire. But just out of nowhere, so that's how I kind of do add those up. And I honestly, my van money is for my van. It's for my courier service. It's not even for me to play with, to do nothing with, which is why I work all of these other jobs.
Right.
So that's how you kind of you add those your expenses up, and then whatever extra is your profit, if you want to call it that. But all of mine go back to my van.
Okay.
I don't like all of my other businesses cover my house note and all of my other stuff.
Right.
All of
Right.
my van is covered. It just sits there
You pay for it.
because, like I said, I never know. Like the tire, I don't even know why the man didn't put it back up under the van. But whatever, I had to go do a whole another process. Like, what are you like? Some insurance thing? I don't know. I wasn't even in it. I had my driver was in there, but is that did I explain? Is
Of course. Yes. I love
okay?
it. I love it.
I'm sorry.
No, I love it because, it's funny how I asked that same question, you're going to get a different response, right?
Okay.
But it is important for people to see it from different perspectives, that you have to go into it with the mindset that, and in my personal opinion, I think people get stuck in that black hole of transitioning from working a 9 to 5, where you're already pretty much brainwashed that you're in a process, you have a cycle, as an
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur. There's nobody, it's kind of like living at home with your parents and then you go to college. Nobody's gonna come in there and wake you up and say you're gonna be late.
Like,
At college it's
yes,
like you missed it and now you're gonna reap the benefits of that. So it's
yes.
the same thing with entrepreneurship, is that nobody's gonna call you and tell you, hey, you better get up 3 hours early because you might run into that morning traffic. Even though no traffic is an hour, but morning traffic is going to be almost 2 hours. And the client don't care nothing about traffic, because you are being paid to map that out or to come up with those issues, because you're a solution to someone's problem.
Problem.
So they
Oh,
don't
that's
want to hear
good.
about your problems. Right.
Right. I like that.
I'm the same way. Like, I hate saying that, but this is why I don't really like, let me say this so it doesn't sound offensive. Um, I research a lot of where I put my money when I buy stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and people will talk about, oh, you buy name brand, but you know what? There is a business model attached to that, and they stand by it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Opposed to, yeah, yours may be cute, but are you going to stand by your business model, or am I going to call and it's going to your cell phone? You text me back with an attitude, or I got to fight tooth and nail to get my money back because your product was garbage and you're not willing to make it right. Like, you have to have all of that encompassed in your business model. You have to have customer service, client relations. You have to
Yeah.
have problem resolution techniques. You have to have all that in your business. Otherwise, people gonna use somebody else. You're not the only courier or service that's available.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really big in this space, that people have to understand that you're no longer a 9 to 5. So you don't get not in trucking. Let me put that emphasis there. In trucking, it's not a 9 to 5 industry. It's a 24/7, 365.
Yes.
Until you have built your fleet where you have people that can do what you, but even still, like, it's not a predictable industry. You can say everything, like you said, you was enjoying your baby's graduation and get a call that, oh, I got a flat. Like, you're never truly off.
Never.
You might be 23 today, but that 24 isn't around the corner looking at you like, gotcha,
And I'm gonna tell you this too, even with gas going up, I
Yeah.
literally went from paying like 120 a week in gas to now I'm almost at 200. It depends on how my route go.
Yeah.
Depends on, because some days I got 3 stops, some days I got 10 stops. So
Yeah.
it kind of depends, but I would say I'm averaging out now about 200 to 250 a week in gas.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that we don't even think about
Yeah.
in this, in this transportation, like, or in entrepreneurship. I don't have nobody I can call and be like, hey, can I
Yeah. Yeah.
can I borrow this
Right.
so I can get some gas,
Right.
or a company gas card? No, I
Right.
don't have that. I have my company gas card,
Right.
but
Right. Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
not working for another company
Right.
that's providing that.
Exactly.
So that's another thing that you need that nest egg, that egg for. Just like, who would know that we would be at $4 a gallon of gas right now?
That
That
part.
wasn't something that we thought about last year.
Mm-mm. Absolutely
so
not. Absolutely not.
so
Absolutely
so
not.
I like that you keep saying, just to have, like, we have to take our mindset from the 9 to 5 to like entrepreneurship. And I think like when I first got into this industry, I what even made me get on TikTok and start talking about it
Mhm.
was because I'm like, nobody's telling the cargo van people what to do.
Right.
Like, we just out here
Yep.
confused, and the stuff that I'm hearing is like BS,
Right.
because I'm in this industry. So I know that it's BS. And
Right.
then the
Yeah. No, I feel your pain.
I
I feel your pain.
it's like BS. Like,
Yeah.
no, quit telling these people that they're gonna make all of this money. Because at the time, I even had truckers when I was like on TikTok, really, really talking and discussing it. And I don't like to say teaching it, but teaching it. I even had people who were trying to leave the semi trucking industry
Yeah.
to come to cargo vans.
Yeah.
And they're thinking that they're finna make. I'm like, no, baby. You're not going to make what you were making in that truck in this van.
That's
Now,
right.
what you can do is buy you a fleet and hope that you get you some good
Right.
drivers
Right.
in
Right.
that
Hope.
thing.
Hope.
You gotta hope.
Yeah. Listen, if you're looking for your drivers, and I hope y'all don't get mad at me. If you're looking for a good driver, find it in on a place where they don't have to invest much energy to be on. It's probably not a good place to get a driver. And I'm gonna share my own personal experience with that. I
Okay.
was led to believe that I can go to um Craig. I'm not gonna say these places now. I can go to
Okay.
Craig and put a post there, or uh the book and put a post there, but not understanding, having been new to the industry, that those are people that probably can't really get a job because their MVR is garbage. Most cases,
Mm-hmm.
let me put that
Mm-hmm.
disclaimer out there. Most cases, people that are
Mm-hmm.
on there, those two places specifically,
Mm-hmm.
are probably people that can't get a job because they know, or they're not serious about their job.
Yes.
They're
No
not
work ethic.
right. They want to work for 2 hours and get paid 1,500 for the week, They only want to work Monday through Tuesday at 12 noon, be off the rest of the week. Then on Monday, come in at 12 noon, get off on Wednesday at 12 noon. And then, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
they
Lord forbid.
as a driver, they believe they're supposed to make 5,000 a week as a driver, not an owner. You driving for me is supposed to get. The truck didn't even make $5,000, but I was supposed, girl.
I
Some
am laughing so hard because guess what I be telling the mothers and mothers. Please do not think I know this is our dream. Look, I started, and that was another reason I started because I'm like, okay, my boys can do something.
yeah,
I'm in the networking market. They don't want to do network marketing. I get it. I sold apparel. They don't want to sell apparel. I get it. Let
mhm,
me get into something that they can do. Let me start it, learn it,
yeah,
put them in it.
yeah, and they ain't interested. Oh,
It's named after them, but I think it's for the grandkids.
yeah, yeah,
The kids.
yeah. To
Mm-mm.
care less.
My son was living with me, and didn't have to put gas in the van, didn't have to pay the insurance, the van, no to nothing. He told me I wasn't paying him enough,
Huh?
and he wrecked my van.
Huh?
He was the first one who wrecked it.
Huh? What you say?
So mothers and family, hey, please do not look. Don't think, and you know what, and I'm gonna tell you that because that's another thing. When a person do start asking me, and they be like, I just want to get into the industry to get me put a driver in there. You ain't gonna do it first. You just want to
Right,
get there so you
girl.
can keep your full time 9 to 5,
Yeah,
and you think a driver gonna do
right.
what you ain't even
Speak
finna
on it,
do?
sis. Speak on it, sis. I literally just had this conversation.
Cause it just when I swear when I would used to be so hard on TikTok about like doing my talking about the industry every
Mhm.
day, and the first thing they would say is I want to put a driver in it, I would quit talking to them
Yeah,
because for me, I've always been a rebel. That was
yeah,
another thing. That's why I
yeah,
was so bad.
yeah, yeah,
And I always like literally worked for the state of Tennessee for over 10 years.
yeah,
And I never went to my supervisor. I always went straight to the director.
yeah.
So because I feel like I'm coming to you because I want to know why this ain't working down here where
That
I'm
part.
at. And I
That part.
feel like if you can't do my job, then
Right.
why are you the CEO?
That part.
So I tell them
And I'm
like,
expecting an answer. And I'm expecting an answer.
and oh yes, and my boss, my supervisor had to tell me, it's a protocol. I was like, a what? And I was young. I literally didn't know what she was talking about, like a protocol. Like, oh, we're not supposed to go talk to the director.
Yeah,
Oh, so I'm supposed to talk to you, and then you talk. I'm not doing all of that. I'm going straight to her so she can build a relationship with me, so
that
she can
part.
know me.
Right.
And
Yeah.
when they fired me, she knew me by name. But I say all of this to say that if you know that you're not gonna do the job,
Right.
don't get into this industry to put a driver in your cargo van. Don't do that because I even train my people at least 2 to 3 weeks because at the end of the day, this is my business name. This is not only my business name. This business is going to last for my grandkids, 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 grandkids. So one thing they're gonna say is K and J Anderson is always on time. They're always professional. They always answer the phone and they always get the job done.
I
So
love that. I
when they
love
get to saying, I'm just want to get in and put a driver in my van. Conversation over. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I won't talk.
Girl, I love it. I love it. Look, I just stole you for almost an hour and a half. I cannot believe it. Almost an hour and a half. You have done nothing but drop gym after gym after gym after gym. I want to wrap this up. We definitely have to do a part two.
Yeah.
This was so much fun. I really enjoyed, especially from a woman's perspective. Um,
Thank
and a quote unquote male dominated industry. I don't even believe that anymore.
No,
Others
we
may say different, but I think it's more than enough. And I believe there's a shortage of people really bringing the truth.
yeah,
And a lot of people are jumping into it and they're getting burnt.
yeah.
So I appreciate you talking about all the hardship that you went through, what you learned, and how you've grown. I just want you to go ahead and close us out by just sharing one thing that you have seen across the board, even as your mentees, or as you mentor or you consult. One thing that you see that's continuously popping up that is getting people in trouble when they, besides them saying that, oh, I just want to start and put a driver in a truck, but something that people really need to understand they need to be prepared for when they get into the sprinter van space.
I think that one thing that people have to understand is that they have to trust the journey. They have to stay consistent. They have to stay hungry because this industry changes every minute. And like I said, contracts, relationships, and networking is going to get you further than rolling off an app. Like don't even play with your time. Go secure a contract. I do have an ebook that talk about how I lost my first 10,000. It just give you a way to start smart to make sure that this is something that you want to get into. I wouldn't say jump in it because your cousin in it, your brother in it. Like jump in it because it's something that you want to do because it is a hustle. And I think that's another thing. If and if you ain't never hustled, then I don't know. I don't know if this the industry for you because it is a hustle. It is a hustle. It's a everyday hustle. Every day. So those are the things that I would say, like consistency, determination. Like sometimes you gotta have that tunnel vision. Like keep people out of your business, out of your ear, cause you may believe, hey, I know this gonna work. I know this gonna work, and that one person be like, man, that ain't gonna, and it could deter your everything. But all things are possible.
That's right.
All things are possible,
All
even
right.
for us in coming re-entry. Like I never thought that I would be doing this. This changed my life. I never thought that I would get accepted into an industry with my background because I may be going overboard, but
No, go
my
ahead.
bad. I just know that when I first moved here and I had that background and like it almost made you feel like dang, like I can't get a job, I can't do this, I can't do that. Everybody want to know, check my background. Like it do make you feel like, dang, I'm not enough. Like you got to change your mind to believe in yourself again. It's like really, really, like you literally have to be like, no, I'm not what they see on paper. I'm better than that. This is just a mistake that I made. So anybody in reentry, I think that transportation is an amazing industry for us because people just want to really make sure that you can deliver their product, get it there, and get home safely and pick up again and do it again every day.
Yeah.
But those are some of the gems that I just want to drop like to anybody. Like, don't give up. You heard my story. Domestic violence, like everything was written against me before I even was really ready for the world.
Right. Right.
But I mean, I did a 360. Change is good. Change is good. I know it could look boring. It could be like, oh, I ain't used to doing this. No, no. It's already written.
That's right.
Everything, your whole life is already written. It's already where you supposed to be going, what you supposed to be doing. And transportation changed my life. I have not a lot to tell. It grew me up too, like a lemon.
I love it. I love everything about it. Ms. Kiki, you have been a blast. I can't wait till our part two.
Yeah.
You kind of slid past that book, which is doing numbers. I want you to talk about that book really quick, then tell the people how they can find you. And are you still doing consulting and mentoring, or are you backed up a little bit off of that? Just a little bit.
Bagged up a lot.
I try to bring her out of retirement, y'all, but it didn't work. So talk about your book and how people can find you and follow your journey, because this is definitely not the end. I foresee in the very near future you adding to that fleet, because we're gonna get you some real drivers. We're gonna get you some real drivers.
Thank you. So my ebook is Before the Van: How to Start Your Cargo Van Business the Smart Way, how to avoid the costly mistakes that I made so you don't go making them as well. It is on my website, www.imkechan.com. It is only $10 right now. Um, what else? You can find me on all socials: YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. Everywhere is I am Kechan underscore. Instagram, I say Instagram. Yeah, I am Kechan underscore. Make sure if you're in the cargo van business, I have dropped thousands of jewels, thousands of gems on YouTube. Go subscribe. I do comment back. I don't be on TikTok like that like I used to, but if you DM me, email me, whatever, I will try to answer. I'm not that type of person. If I got time and I see it, I would definitely try to answer any questions that you may have about the industry. If I have the answer, let's.
Well, I appreciate you so very much. You are such a light in a dark, dark world. I
Thank
hope you
you.
don't never change. Don't let nobody ever tell you that you are not her, because you are. Okay.
Thank you.
We appreciate you so very much and what you bring to the industry. We need more people to understand that this is it's more than enough. You don't have to lie. You don't have to steal from somebody. There is more. On my best day, I cannot dispatch. So all the people that need it, or consult all the people that need it. You on your best day can't deliver for all the people that need it in your little city and in your little town. So I hope you all have enjoyed yourselves. I have enjoyed myself. I hope that you have taken notes. If you have not already done so, make sure that you're hitting that subscribe and that notification button so that you can hear more gems drop like this. Thank you again for turning in to UTL Trucking Education Hub, and I look forward to seeing and talking to you all again in the very near future. Take care now.